Okay, so this will probably be the last piece of sort of bonus One Piece content that I do before One Piece the anime comes back, I think. Both on Patreon and on YouTube. I think when I'm posting this on Patreon, it's probably a couple weeks until One Piece comes back. When I'm posting this on YouTube, it'll be either a week or like a day. I think if you're a member, it'll be a week until it comes back. If you're not a member, if you're just watching this publicly, it'll be coming out like tomorrow. So so basically, we've got we've got One Piece coming right around the corner. That doesn't. Oh my gosh, that doesn't mean that I won't be doing any bonus content for One Piece like after like when the anime starts up again, because we'll only be watching one episode a week. So you know, I'll probably still every once in a while do some extra bonus content, and I'm probably gonna do more of this specific type of video as well. But for now, like, we're just focusing on when the anime is coming back, and I had to fill time basically until the anime came back, and so now we are finishing that off by watching some AMVs. So this is a playlist that was given to me by Veritas, my resident One Piece expert on this channel, and basically he has a bunch of AMVs that he likes, and he tried to trim it down as much as he could to just give me like the ones that he likes the most. And has gotten it down to 34 videos. Now, we're not going to be watching 34 videos in this video. That's just, there's no way. I don't even know how many we're going to watch. We could watch like 3 of them. We could watch 6. I don't know. Basically, we're going to play it by ear. I'm just going to do some videos, and we're going to, you know, do some of them, and then let me know if you guys like this, and I can continue down the list and checking out more One Piece AMVs. I've never seen a One Piece AMV before. I've seen AMVs in the past. I tend to like them, but I don't tend to seek them out. So this is gonna be good for me, I think, because I want to see kind of what a One Piece AMV will look like. But I'm looking forward to jumping into this. We're going to be going through these AMVs and checking them out. If you guys like them, please let me know in the comments. The thing is, I don't know what the YouTube situation is going to be like for these AMVs. Because obviously, just by their very nature, they're probably going to have music. The music is probably going to be copyrighted. So it might be heavily cut up on YouTube. Or, I mean, there's a chance that I can't even do it at all, and if that ends up happening, like if I end up not having like being able to do it at all, it'll always be on my Patreon account, so you can go check out my Patreon account and watch the full-length versions where you just sync it up with your own footage. Then there's no copyright troubles at all, because I'm not even using any of the songs. Yeah, just so you know, if it's really cut up and you get annoyed that it's super cut up, that's obviously because of copyright stuff. You can go to my Patreon account and get the full-length reaction. But yeah, anyway, there's a bunch here. I'm just gonna go from the start. I'm not gonna pick and choose, because like even if there's like some that I'm like, oh, I want to check out that one the most or whatever, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go from the start to the end. I think they're kind of in order of oldest to newest. So I'm actually going to be going from the first one we're watching is from 13 years ago, and the most recent one in this playlist was 2 months ago. So that's like how big the range is. But yeah, we're just going to jump right into it and support the video if you can. We got One Piece anime coming back for Elbaf arc. I'm so excited for it. Make sure to stay subscribed to the channel so that you can watch my reactions as they come out, and go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions. And I'm doing Naruto reactions on my main channel. If you like big series, if you like Naruto, please check out my Naruto reactions. I've recently started to like make a big mood board of my Naruto characters to keep track of who's who in it. So I'm getting invested, and I'm only like 20-something episodes in. So go check it out. Anyway, let's jump into this. This is the One Piece AMVs. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to be starting with one called Rising Pirates. Now, like, if, you know, as we go through, some of these I'm going to be expecting to, like, you know, by the titles, I might know the songs, and I'll be like, oh, it's going to be this song or whatever. But this Rising Pirates doesn't immediately sound familiar. Some of them I may not, and some, you know, might not be titled with the song, obviously. So let's just check it out. I was just making sure there weren't subtitles or anything. Let's just check it out. Here we go. And this one was from 13 years ago, right? Their ambitions. Aww, all their backstories. Aww. I have to think about where we were in the anime 13 years ago. My girl. Oh, it's this song. Aww. It's good seeing the Drum Island stuff so recently after seeing season 2 of the live action. Oh, crocodile. Oh. Whoa, sick. Oh. Okay, no, we're continuing on. I was like, is it only going to be Alabasta stuff? But no, it's showing Skypiea stuff now. Oh. Are they gonna put I Wanna Live in this? Or they put that one? God. Oh. I like when the music like builds up to its peak and they start putting in all these sick moments. Oh. My gosh. There's actually so much in this. I didn't even check how long this video was. Oh! Oh wow. Feels like it's doing more and more editing as it goes on. Like, look at that. It's actually having like the character slide in front of the footage and stuff. It's not just clips of it. Damn. They completely divided.
Chopper, Luffy, Frankie.
I imagine it's gonna go just up to the time skip. Oh. Here we go. Oh, hit the music as Whitebeard hits the ground. Oh. What was this called again? Rising Pirates, right? So it's really much about like the journey, you know? Man, although hearing this music with grief over it is very sad. Yeah, okay, time skip. To continue their grand voyage. Damn, man. Damn. So yeah, it really was like about the entire like build up of their journey up until that. I mean, I wonder if this was posted 13 years ago. Would that have been around when the time skip happened? Or would it have been like quite a bit after? Because you got to think, like 13 years ago, you got to take off like a hell of a lot of those years just for Wano alone, you know? Like Wano alone took up a huge chunk of that time. And then you had, you know, obviously all of the post time skip arc stuff. So like, I wonder if they were decently into the time skip 13 years ago, or if it was like that was around when they'd hit the time skip, and then this person decided to make the music video to, you know, commemorate the time skip. But yeah, very cool. Like it was especially like a decent one to start with, just to sort of like that was like a full, like I imagine some of these are going to be more like themed around certain characters or certain parts of the story or certain themes, while this one was really just like the journey, it felt like. And so I think, you know, that's a good one to start with. Give us an overview of like, this is what an AMV is, this is what the song, like this is a song that you probably know. I don't actually know what the song is in terms of like what it's called or anything. Does it have music? Two Steps from Hell from Heart of Courage, or Heart whatever. Two Steps from Hell, Heart of Courage. For a song by Thomas Bergson and Two Steps from Hell. Okay, so Two Steps from Hell is the name of the band or whatever. But yeah, like I certainly know that song. So I see about in the description it says about AMV, all the story of One Piece in 8 minutes. This AMV is a present to my very close friend George Blackbeard because One Piece is a big big piece of his heart for more than 10 years now. That's really nice. It's really nice to see like the reasoning behind people making these AMVs. That's super nice. Okay, the next one is also going to be by the same person. It's Amai Mizu AMVs. I believe Amai is sweet, Mizu is water. Sweet water AMVs. Anyway. So we're going to go into the next one, which is called Inherited Will. The thumbnail has Ace in it. So I wonder if it's going to be, you know, based around Ace or... I don't know. Or it might be like a similar thing to the last one where it's like it's just another thing about the journey, but like maybe with a different song and slightly different theming. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, you improved your intro. I didn't check how many years this was ago. But I'm gonna guess it was like this one was like 11 years ago or something. The destiny of the age and the dreams of its people, these are things that will not be stopped. People pursue the meaning of freedom. Nothing can ever take those away. Desperation. Ooh. Ooh, this music. Jeez, and it's showing all this trauma with this. This is painful. Oh. It's cool, like, assigning these themes to each of the Straw Hats' backstories. Oh. And interesting giving Luffy anger, which I get. Abandonment, they gave Laboon one. Or I guess it could be Brooks one. He feels like he abandoned someone. Oh. The music with Brooks, that's great. That's really well done. Jeez. Whoa, that's cool. To transfer it to the manga image. That's so great. Oh, Jesus. Damn. This is just such a cool idea to have it fade into these. The editing has improved so much for this person in such a short time. I say such a short time, I think it was years. This song is a really cool choice. Oh, this is really cool. The momentum of this part of the AMV is great. Oh my god. These pirates have become their living legacy. Oh, this is a cool concept. I like this, like, just seeing these characters and what they're inspired by and what they're inspiring. Oh. Oh, that's sick, man. Oh. Oh, showing Sabo for Ace. Damn, man. It's cool, like, combining all their special moves as well. Oh. Damn! Jeez. I like how you, like, choose that shot to be the one where you pull out all the epic music. Aww. Despite their lost time and persistence made their will even stronger. That was cool. I think that was like a big improvement on the last one we saw of this guy's this person's edit. I think that was really cool. I liked, like, it had more of a theme to it. I feel like Inherited Will is a good theme to it. And there was some really cool editing choices. I mean, I liked the simple, like, start of, like, going through giving a theme to each person. I liked the sequence in the video where there was, like, manga panels being shown with different people. I liked the sequence of the video where it was, like, all of their special attacks when it was, like, hitting the climax, you know? Like, there was a lot of like this was like 4 different videos in one, I feel like, that all transitioned to one another really nicely through this song. Yeah, I think that worked really nicely, and I think that was really cool to watch. It was very entertaining. Okay, I think I got lost in it a little bit as I was like watching for a time where I was just focused on I don't know if I was reacting or anything. I was just like locked in, focused on the AMV, and it started to like bring back memories of the show and watching the show. Like I was thinking about the show. It really like dragged me in. So who knows if I reacted much. All right, that was 11 years ago. Yeah. Anyway, the next one is going to be called Sunrise, and this is by a different person. This is by Roke. So it's called Sunrise. It also has tagged Our Last Night Band. I don't know who Our Last Night Band is. But this was from 11 years ago as well. It's a little bit shorter than the other two. So let's see. I can't think of any song that Sunrise would be, but I imagine the band is called Our Last Night, and I've never heard of that band before. So let's see. Okay. We're gonna fully have a lyric video, which is good. Ooh. Oh, every time they show Little Robin stuff, makes me so sad. Damn. Okay, the song fits. Ooh, cool lyric. Oh, they're using the reanimation of Arlong Park. Interesting. Oh, cool. This fits One Piece very well, because it's a very emotional song, but then it reaches hype in the chorus. Aww, man. The lyric of like what it's like to be the only one when they were having the Usopp argument, because he felt very alone there, you know? I quite like the song. Sounds like something I would have listened to in high school, I think. Oh man. Just all the crying. I mean, watching these AMVs are always gonna like get me just by watching them all crying and everything.
There arise among human beings.
Ooh. This is a cool part of the song.
Love.
Ah.
As naturally as the sun.
That's cool. Exude love. I like that. That really describes Luffy and the crew very well. They exude love as naturally as a heat. Oh, there's still 2 minutes left on this video. Or is there? Or is this a... No, there isn't. It's one of those things... This is like early day YouTube stuff. You would put the thumbnail as like a big part of the video so that you could... If you didn't have custom thumbnails, which, you know, you sometimes didn't back then, you'd be able to choose your own thumbnail for it. So you could design your own thumbnail. So this video actually was only 3 minutes, but it tricked me into thinking it was going to be a 6-minute video. Anyway, that was great. I really liked that. That was more what I expected when we were getting into AMVs, is like having a song like that, whether I've heard it or not, we really, we're following like the lyrics, and the lyrics are leading into what we're seeing. Because I know, I'll tell you my my experience with fan music video type stuff. I remember I used to watch sometimes like the occasional one from stuff that I liked. I know like Community had some that were popular enough that they kind of became canon in the show. Like there was a popular one that was like a Jeff and Annie shipping video that used the Sarah Bareilles song Gravity or something. And it became, a popular thing. And Dan Harmon, the creator of the show, saw that video and found it funny. And so he, like, in the show, they, like, did a montage of Jeff and Annie stuff using that same song. And so like they made their own like music video in the show that was actually like part of the episode. And then they did it again with several other characters. Like the character sort of made fun of the idea of like nitpicking clips to put your like shipping agenda in the thing, but also like did it with love in a way that was like respecting the original video. I think it was really great. So like that's part of my history with it, is like I know that video and I remember that whole thing happening. And also I remember, I'm not a huge Game of Thrones fan. I watched Game of Thrones like mostly as it was coming out, but I would never have called myself like a Game of Thrones fan. And sometimes there were parts of when I was watching the show and I wasn't really following what was going on. I was just picking up the big moments, you know. But I do remember at some point watching a music video, fan music video that was Game of Thrones with the Mumford & Sons song Broken Crown. And it was like that song fits Game of Thrones' themes really, really well. And so I remember that a lot, because then after that I started to like Mumford & Sons and I started to like the Broken Crown song, and added it to my Spotify playlist. And now every time I hear Broken Crown, I still imagine clips of Game of Thrones to this day. So they stick with you, you know? Anyway, that was cool AMV. So next one. We'll do 3 more AMVs in this video, I think. That sounds appropriate. So next one is called Here I Am. I keep trying to go in my head like, okay, do I know this song? Here I Am. If there's a song called Here I Am, it may not be. The last one was called Sunrise, and I think that song was called Sunrise. So, like, some of them will be named after the songs, and some of them won't be. Here I Am. Do I know? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, anyway, let's jump into it. Oh, God, we're starting with Belmare getting shot. What the fuck? That's not the emotion I want to feel while seeing that happen. Okay, we're leaning into the angst. Oh. I like the Here I Am being with him shouting into the air. Really is like, you're feeling pain, but here I am to help you out. That's cool. Okay, so I see the theme. Theme is Luffy stepping in to help his friends at the darkest moments, because this is Usopp's darkest moments and Robin's. Aww. I'm kind of keen to see where the chorus hits. Yeah, okay, that's exactly where I thought it would be, when he screams up to Robin. I think this is a good theme for a video. I like it. Aww. This is the second video in a row that's shown that shot of Robin smiling and crying. Oh, damn. Jumped ahead to Fishman. Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting to hear Shirahoshi's cry, and that kind of made me tear up. Can't help it, man. I love Shirahoshi. Oh. The shitty to be continued sign. Damn, man. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't anticipate, like, it was like I was so sort of locked into the video and I was enjoying the theme. And then, like, I wasn't expecting to hear Shirahoshi, and, like, I'd forgotten how raw that scream was. So, like, yeah, hearing that again when I was in that state, like, sort of shocked me into crying a little bit. Oh my gosh. That was great. I liked that one. That was a good theme. Like, great choice of clips. It was short and sweet. I liked it a lot. And yeah, I find it fun when you get through like one verse and one chorus, and then I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing now, and I get excited to see like, okay, which ones are we gonna choose? So the main ones we focused on was Nami, Robin, and then Shirahoshi, which shocked me, but I'm happy about it. You know, like I really love it. If I was making it, I would have probably chose Nami, Robin, Vivi, or probably Nami, Vivi, Robin. But like, Because like there are definitely clips that you could choose of like of Vivi that would like fit well with this clip, you know. Like, and also like I could see you doing the "Here I Am." I could see you doing that with when Luffy's on the ground and Vivi has just punched the shit out of him and he screams up to her like, why don't you gamble with our lives instead, or whatever, like, you know, whatever he screams up at her, like I could see that being the "Here I Am." And it feels a bit different to the other ones because this one is him screaming at her, but it's still like at its heart is him still saying "Here I am," you know. So like I think that would have been like a cool moment as well. But I'm not mad about the Shirahoshi choice either because I love Shirahoshi. Honestly, you could have cut like the Robin moment. The "I want to live" Robin moment is my favorite moment in One Piece. You could have cut that out because like if you wanted to keep Shirahoshi, and you could have cut out Robin, because I feel like everyone uses that Robin moment in these sorts of things. So like you could be a little bit more you could stand out a little bit more by not having it in and instead having Shirahoshi and Vivi. Anyway, I'm sure this person just chose like characters that they really liked and moments that they really connected to. I wanted to see if there was any information in the thing, but there's like a lot of Arabic in the description, so I can't read it, unfortunately. All right. We're doing two more. So the next one is called "Who Is in Control?" Again, no idea with this song. Absolutely no idea. This was 10 years ago this was made. Was inspired to make this AMV after I heard this song. I wanted to show some of the darker atmospheric moments in the show. Maybe I should have not read that, but actually, you know, that gives me cool expectations going into this. Also, I feel like that's a thing that I hear a lot with people who make edits and stuff, is like it's very often they're listening to music and it's like when they hear a song for the first time, like what show do they think of, what moments do they think of, and then they go like, oh, I have to make an edit of that. Like I think that's cool. I think that's got to be a fun part of your life, you know. Because for me, whenever I watch stuff or listen to stuff, I also like think, oh, this reminds me of whatever, and I think of like moments that it impacts me similarly too. So I do the same thing, but I just do it in terms of like thinking about the way that the content affects me. But these like people who make edits and stuff, they think about like the way that you could make it into a powerful edit. So I really like that. Anyway, called "Who's in Control?" Let's jump into it. Oh shit. I forgot, yeah, they said this was gonna be the darker moments of the show. Ooh. Well, this is cool. Oh, that fits Robin really well. Damn. I like that "I'm meaner than my demons," and it showed Spandam within Frankie's goggles. Oh, this is a cool song. I like it. Oh damn. It's cool to see Dressrosa stuff in this. It's cool because as we go through these AMVs, we get like more clips unlocked. Oh, I like that lyric. Goddamn right, you should be scared of me. Oh, Scarlet. Monet! I like some of the choices of clips for here. Oh, this is really cool. This sequence here. Should be scared of me. Damn. Oh, watching the Ace Vivre card fade out at the end of that song. That's really good. I really liked that AMV. I liked the song a lot as well. That's probably my favorite song out of the ones we've heard so far. It was by Halsey. Oh, I've heard of Halsey. I don't know if I've ever heard a Halsey song. I just know Halsey's name. Oh, you know why I know Halsey's name? Because of Kill Shot, the Eminem diss track on Machine Gun Kelly, where it's like, we all know you're motherfucking salty because young Gerald's balls deep inside a Halsey. Yeah, I think that's the only reason I know Halsey's name is because of that song. Anyway, so I'm sorry to Halsey that like I only know her music through through a lyric that talks about someone being balls deep in you. But that's not my fault. I didn't put that into the universe. Anyway, really cool song though. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, the next one's the one that we'll finish on. So this one is called Dollhouse. There's a few songs called Dollhouse out there. Although, you know what I bet it's gonna be? There's a Melanie Martinez song called Dollhouse. And that song, and Melanie Martinez has a similar vibe to the previous song that we heard. And this is by the same creator. So I'm guessing it's gonna be that song, but I don't know. Because I don't know a ton of songs in that sort of genre, but I do know that Melanie Martinez is one, and one of the only songs of hers that I know is called Dollhouse. I think I probably know like 2 or 3 songs of hers, and I think one is called Dollhouse. Go like Dollhouse, like that song. So let's see. This might be the first one that I get right. Let's see. That's me taking a wild guess. I think this is the Melanie Martinez one. Yeah, it is. I think I was right.
Hey girl,
Yep, it is. Okay, hell yeah. I got one right. Oh, this fits Nico Robin very well, actually. Oh, and Baby 5? This very much... It's that shot! The Coliseum shot that I always point out. Things that were perfect. Smile for the picture. Yeah, I remember this song. It does fit One Piece's themes quite nicely. As like there's always like something under the surface that's being hidden, you know? Like the government's always suppressing something, or someone else is like trying to make sure people don't understand the darkness. Oh my god, this backstory for Senor Pink. Oh, and go back to being plastic with the toy. That's so good. I didn't think about using Dollhouse, but it's the Dressrosa arc, so there's dolls everywhere. Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Aww, Law and his sister. L-L-H-O-U-S-E. Jeez, man. Oh, horrifying. Well, they're starting to... I was about to say they're starting to use more optimistic clips, but no. We're going to now on abandonment themes. Oh, a lot of abandonment themes. Oh, but look at that family stuff. Yeah, I guess you have to show the happy clips for the theme of the song, which is like, it has to look perfect from the outside. Damn, man. Damn. That was good. I think I also got a little bit extra out of that because I didn't have to listen to the lyrics quite as much, so I could focus more on the clips that were being chosen because I already knew the song. So, like, I know what the song's themes are already. I've heard the lyrics before. I've thought about the lyrics before. And so I know, I knew what I was getting into with the theme of this video, so I didn't have to figure it out starting, you know, I already knew that it was about, you know, the idea of, oh, everything looks perfect, but if you just look a little step deeper, you see that, like, you know, everything's so much worse than you imagine, and we're suffering through something horrible, but just putting on a facade, right? And that does fit really nicely with the themes of One Piece. And it also like sort of fits with like One Piece as a whole, because it's like One Piece is a very goofy looking show, and there are so many scenes that are so silly and funny, but then like once you actually start watching it, you start to see these really dark, sad, depressing backstories, and like One Piece has some of the like darkest shit I've ever seen in shows sometimes. And you know, that's all beneath the surface of like what's such a goofy show about a guy who can stretch and is made of rubber. Like, yeah, anyway, really good stuff. All right, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for this video, as we're almost at an hour mark. But that was really fun. I liked going through. We only watched six AMVs, but that was actually kind of how I said. I think I said that that I would do either like 3 or 6 or something like that. And I was right. So yeah, anyway. That is One Piece AMVs. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for the full-length reaction, especially if this is very edited. It will not be edited, but you have to sync it up with your own footage on my Patreon account. So go check that out, because I'm sure there's facial expressions and other stuff that you missed out on. And go to my main channel and watch my Naruto reaction. So we're 10 episodes ahead on my Patreon account, so go check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.